So I just want to start by saying last year when Kathleen Kennedy and Nina Shaw stepped up to form the Hollywood Commission on Eliminating Sexual Harassment and Advancing Equality, I was so proud to be a partner with them and to become the commission chair. Not even in the grim reality or in the middle of the grim reality of the experiences that sparked this second wave Me Too moment, not even in the middle of that were my hopes dimmed. I really believe that we were moving toward a better future if we worked hard and we drew on the progress of the past few decades. Of course, I had no idea that less than a year later, we would be jolted back to a past we all believed we as a nation had grown beyond. Even more, no one imagined that a Supreme Court confirmation hearing could return so many women who had lived through 1991 to the pain of that past. Our Christine Blasey Ford spoke so eloquently and movingly, not only for herself, but for so many of us, and especially for the 1 in 6 women, and those, of course, we know those statistics are probably don't cover all of us, but the 1 in 6 women who have already been assaulted, sexually assaulted, or the 1 in 3 women between the ages of 18 and 24 who will become victims of assault. Unfortunately, she met with the same kind of resistance and indifference that all of us feel when we step forward and tell the truth about our experiences. It is discouraging, it is distressing, it is painful, but rest assured, I have been on this path for 27 years and I will not retreat now. Women are entitled to work, to be educated, and to live free of sexual violence. We must make unequivocally clear that even if the government isn't prepared to protect women from sexual violence, we are. We will do it ourselves. So, we deserve to work in harassment-free workplaces. We deserve an equal chance to display our very talented, all of our very talented throughout this industries, our industries, and throughout workplaces all over. These are not privileges that should be limited to men. These are rights that we all have. So we at the Commission, which is what I'm chairing this year, are about changing the cultures and environments that the entertainment industry works in, whether they're the cultures in our business offices or the cultures on our sets. We are about putting into place policies that will actually bring about changes immediately, that will allow opportunities for people to be heard, set up systems where we can report complaints and know that they will be thoroughly vetted and investigated, and they will be done in not only an impartial way, but also in a way that is informed by knowledge about trauma. We are also trying very hard to gather the information to do a number of other things, besides setting up a reporting system that will allow our complaints to be resolved. What we are trying to do is to create the kind of cultures where everybody takes responsibility for what is going on and for ending sexual misconduct. It cannot all simply be placed upon the laps of the people who are the most vulnerable and who are the targets of the misconduct. We must understand that everybody has a responsibility to end the awful and heinous behavior that so many people describe and that we know exists. And they need to understand that the problem is not that we complain about sexual harassment. The problem is that sexual harassment and abuse exists. So we have started with information gathering. And I'll tell you, when I describe this slate, everyone says, and people kind of yawn, I know, because we're not talking about something that's going to make a lot of headlines. This is the down and dirty work of changing culture and putting in place rules and policies and practices that will last for generations, we hope.